Today, we're putting on our detective hats. We're going to deconstruct just one single web page to see what's really going on beneath the surface. Let's get started.
So our investigation kicks off with this question right here. If you could uninvent something, what would it be? I mean, it's a simple question, right? But it really makes you stop and think. Would you get rid of the internet? Plastic? Maybe something a bit more personal? It's a fantastic little hook. But the real question is, what exactly is it trying to hook you in?
But you know what? We're not actually here to answer that question. We're here to ask a totally different one. What is this web page actually trying to do? That's the real mystery we're trying to solve today.
Okay, first things first. Let's just look at what's right there on the surface, the actual words on the page, the core content. So, the page kicks off with this quote from someone named Koda Ramalingaya Shivoham. "I am not an inventor, I am just an observer." It kind of sets this philosophical, detached tone. It makes it seem like we're just here to think, to ponder, not really to do anything. But is that really the whole story here? And right after that, we get our prompt again. So you've got this philosophical statement and then a direct question. That's it. That's the whole thing. Seriously, that's it. There's no article, no big story, no deep explanation, just 2 sentences. The content here is super minimal. But, as you're about to see, the content is definitely not the whole story. Let's follow our first real clue and see where it takes us. All right, so our first clue is that name attached to the quote. Let's figure out who exactly is this observer. The name we're given is Koda Ramalingaya Shivoham, and you see it a few times, so it's clearly meant to establish an identity. But this name, well, it's just the start of the trail. To really get what's going on, we have to start looking beyond the text we can see on the screen.
Okay, this is where our little investigation gets really interesting. We're going to look at the hidden stuff, the information embedded in the page's code. I'm talking about the metadata. You can think of it like the digital DNA of this web page.
So check out these tags. They're basically keywords, and man, they tell us a ton. You see daily prompt and daily prompt 1821? That tells you right away this isn't just some random one-off thought. It's part of a huge, numbered series. We're at number 1821. Then you have Good Morning and Spiritual, which give us the whole vibe. So this page isn't a standalone thing. It's one tiny piece of a much, much bigger project.
So the tags give us a lot of context for sure, but the biggest clue, the most revealing piece of the puzzle, it's something else entirely. It's a tiny little detail that honestly changes the whole game.
Get this, the publication date is set for January 18th, 2026. It's in the future. What does that mean? Well, it means this content is scheduled, probably part of some automated system. This is a pre-planned piece of a content machine just waiting to go live years from now. So much for a spontaneous observation, right? This is a scheduled observation. Okay, so let's recap. We've got incredibly minimal content, and it's scheduled way out in the future. Now, let's look at the one part of the page that is anything but minimal, the user interface. In other words, what is this page actually asking you to do?
I mean, just look at this. The page isn't just suggesting you share this. It's practically begging you to. LinkedIn, Reddit, Tumblr, Pinterest, Facebook, WhatsApp, 6 different platforms with these big, obvious sharing buttons. The focus here is clearly 100% on getting this content to spread like wildfire.
And it doesn't even stop there. On top of all the sharing, the page is packed with calls to action. It wants you to like it, comment on it, reblog it, and, this is the big one, subscribe so you can get even more of this stuff. So when you put it all together, you can see the user journey they've designed for you. It's simple. Step 1, read the tiny prompt. Step 2, share it with literally everyone you know. And Step 3, subscribe for more. The entire design is pushing you towards action, not quiet reflection.
All right, let's pull all of our clues together and lay them out on the table. What does it all mean? What happens when you contrast this super minimal content with this absolutely maximalist interface?
This table really lays it all out for us, doesn't it? The core content, just a quick philosophical prompt. The metadata, it tells us it's part of a massive daily series that's scheduled in advance. And most telling, the user interface completely overwhelms the content. It's all built for engagement and sharing.
So, here's the bottom line, the crucial takeaway. This page isn't really about quiet reflection at all. In fact, that quote about being just an observer is pretty ironic, isn't it? This page is a machine. It's a system built not for observing, but for acting, specifically the actions of sharing and subscribing. That little thought-provoking prompt, it's just the fuel for the engagement machine.
And that leaves us with a really big question to chew on. This page is a fascinating little case study. In this digital world we live in, when the message itself gets this small, this simple, does the frame around it, all the buttons, the automation, the calls to share, does that become the real story? What are we really engaging with here? The idea itself, or the machine that's designed to make it go viral?